birthday. Happy Father's Day. I don't know how many fathers we have in the chat, but, you know, maybe some of y'all. Or be sure to tell the fathers Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
It's a Sunday stream. I don't really know what we're doing today other than, you know, maybe getting into some Arty business. P's been picking up bits and cutting up things, so, you know, there's that. I don't know where Joshua is this morning. Teenagers.
MIA.
And maybe there was a miscommunication.
Well,
the main thing is we need him for maths, and we told him that, and maybe he was just like, okay, so I'll skip the Sunday stream. I don't know. Anyway, let's say hello to the people that are here. And how I do that is by you saying hello in the chat. That way I know that you were here, because otherwise you don't pop up on the participants list. If you want to hang out and just, you know, just hang out in the background, that's totally fine. Do give the thumbsy upsies.
Because it's important. Muy importante.
It lets people know that, hey, I like this and you might like it too. Yeah. All that. Thank you, Lexi. Yeah, I'm enjoying the new haircut. Oh. Some days it's a little crazy. It gets a little big, but, you know, we're in Texas. That's fine. People appreciate that around here.
Big hair in Texas.
Big hair in Texas.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
That's right.
I ain't necessarily saying.
Yeah, well, and bigger, you know, this is where size matters, but, you know, does it? All right, we have got Art Curious by MNW. That's Miriam, Barbara, Becky, Belinda, Betsy. Carol's here. Carrie, Charmaine, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Eddie, Ellen, Estella, Evie, Fran on the Edge, Griffin Shield. That's Rhonda. Helen is here again. Welcome back. Joni is here. Joni Miron. Jolly John, Kathy, Carrie, Kimberly, Lexi, Lori, Lydia, SAG. That is
Sarah.
I know, I was like, is it Sarah and Sherry? With SWL. See, I get those a little. Sometimes my brain goes, whoop. We've got Sandy and Silver Granny. That's Lynn. Sue Davis, Texture Junkies. That's Sharon. Tina. How do you say your last name, Tina? Svenberg.
Spell it.
S-V-A-N.
Svenberg. If you, I don't know German, you Berg.
And Trish Coogan is here. If Trish is here, Evie's here, yes. Alrighty. Got some people popping in and out there. Lexi, did I say? Yeah, I said Lexi. I don't know who it was that popped in or out there. But alright, if I missed you, it wasn't on purpose. Simply, you didn't show up on the list. Do give a good little wave there in the chat. And I will be sure to say hello back. Hello, Janice Marie. All right, shall I go tops? Oh, wait, a couple of things. The Hop, OMG, 17 channels, all awesome. You guys just went above and beyond every time you do that, but, you know, I'm always like, just, you know, this is amazing and wonderful. Such variety, and I loved, you know, just everything. Everything.
My gosh, I still have frogs.
She still has frogs on the plate. Big shocker there. What else is going on? I will not be here this coming, so no Monday stream. Tuesday and Thursday, Joshua better show up. I swear I'll just bonk that kid on the head if he doesn't show up at least those 2 days. We will be back on Saturday, so I may be back in the saddle for Sunday, but kind of depends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you'll be fine.
Probably. Yeah.
Because, I mean, you know, it's not like you have to drive for 6 or 8 hours.
No.
You're being delivered to the airport.
Yeah, and hopefully somebody, as long as somebody can come get us and not make us wait for 2 hours. Trying to figure out where the love field is. It's not the Hart Airport.
For directionally challenged people, I don't think you should make fun of people that have handicaps.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't believe I was making fun of. I was just stating some facts.
I'm having severe allergy
attacks. Okay, I'm gonna go topside.
I'm not gonna say anything else about that.
Okay.
Everybody's sick and tired of hearing about that crap.
Well,
and I don't know why I keep pulling this one out here. This is this one that I'm trying to center up, and I'm just like, I don't know why. I'm just going to take it off of there, and I'm not going to mess with that. This is more of a stamp than it is a gel plate.
I don't know if that did anything with the light there. Airports are hard, for sure. Mariah, can we get a close-up of P's gel plate holder rack? Grumpy needs to see it.
Of course we can. Because Mariah has her phone.
I do, and we've put posts in Makers, but I think she wants to like see it like realsies. Okay,
in real time.
All right, hold on here.
Like, you're gonna move my camera?
I am, because I'm a professional.
Oh, there is that.
So, can you see it? You know, we are connected here.
Okay, yeah, I know we are. Okay.
All right.
All right, is that it?
Here, and I'll go full P-cam. Hold on. There you go. There you go. All right.
That's a shot, probably, that frightened people. I'm worried.
I know it frightens me every time.
We'll come down on top of
I'm just going to go top side, and then I'll adjust your little thing here.
Well, I'm pulling these little jobbers that we got the other day. Look at that. That's because I conditioned that plate. But isn't that a sweet little...
Sweet little print.
Sweet little print.
And, Len, if you need the links, let me know. But, you know, they're over there on our blog.
Oh, you're talking about the
racks.
That thing. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Isn't that interesting?
And you got to get the 14 inchers. That's the key. Don't.
Yeah, because
if you have the bigger plates. Now, if you have all small plates, I guess it really wouldn't matter. But it's nice because you can get two side by side.
Yeah, go for the bigger one.
Mm-hmm.
14. Mm-hmm. I'm not just saying that because it's
size matters.
Over here it does.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Isn't that nice? Nice little bit of white showing in there.
Hold it up into the technology. There we go.
Yeah, these little plates need conditioning just like the big ones, and you're going to get a nice pull every time.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all notice my new look? I usually don't wear graphic tees of any sort, but this is from Garth Brooks. Not that he sent it to me personally. I purchased it from him. I don't know him personally, but I did leave a note and told him thank you for everything that you do.
Well, I looked at them, but my problem is that weight of t-shirt right there.
Yeah,
that's too hot for me.
You could, hey, you know what you could do? You could cut the...
Well, I could, but that'd be kind of stupid.
A little rednecky, but that's all right. I mean, it seems appropriate.
Well, we are in Texas.
We are in Texas.
Have a few of those.
And you know, it's friends in low places.
And that ain't referring to geography, folks.
Okay. What size is your gel plate? Sue Davis, which one?
Yeah.
And some of these little ones are just little offcuts from when we cut up one of the other bigger ones.
Yeah, we actually cut up a 12-inch. And you notice this time, I got another 12-inch fully with the intention of cutting it up again. And I just, you know, I started using it. Here's the thing. I'm glad you asked that. Because we're going to do some things on the big one today. All right, these are really cute and really...
Oh, the small ones.
Yeah, here. You can put those in with orders or something.
Okay.
I think that would be totally appropriate.
Totally appropriate.
All right, here's why I like this big jobber. Very rarely do I pull anything 12 inch. I don't have any paper that's 12 inches. We gave it all away and sent it to Izzy's school.
Yeah, well, and it was all like the, you know,
scrapbook
paper, which, you know, is fine, but isn't necessarily...
It's great to print on. It really is. And I mean, it's thick enough.
Carrie does awesome things with it.
Yeah. I don't mind it as far as this, but we just don't have any. So, I don't have 12-inch paper. So, you can see here where and I'm going to use this plate so it'll become more evident. But I have, I don't know, 2 or 3 of these, which, no, this is, see, I can always tell because see the little rounded edges? Those are factory purchased. Now, let me get you one that we've cut here. That's not one we've cut. Yeah, this one is. Okay, can you see that edge? I know that that's, and this is a 6x8. They don't make 6x8s. If you want 6x8s, you're going to have to cut your own. I love this size.
She really does.
I use it all the time. I
That's
think I
amazing.
have 2 of those.
It makes
Yes.
framing quite interesting as well.
Yeah.
Or finding a map.
I don't really care about that. That is not in my purview.
Right.
Yeah. One of those reality things.
Nice.
Okay, so here is Carrie's peas.
Yes.
Peas in a pot.
Peas in a pot.
Okay, it comes with the white all the way around it, and I really didn't like that. So I just cut it out. You know I do those kind of things.
She does that.
But I did that because I want to do the shadow technique. And the big wide borders don't work well for
No.
that. You need this organic edge here in order to make that work. I'm hoping to get this to the stage where I can use this for a shadow technique. But can you see the... I don't know, when did I do this? It's when we were visiting and talking, and Josh, was this?
Yeah. Friday.
Yeah.
Because he came over Friday.
And I just sat there and taped these things together. And you have to tape both sides. Well, you don't have to. But you have a lot better chance of it staying together at that point. And I don't know what stencil this is taken from, but Mariah can tell you.
That is the Dream Big.
Dream Big. Ah, the writing stuff.
Must request your bits on that one because they are a little tricky to
And some of them I had to actually...
kind of iron back out.
Well, or I just cut it off because I didn't care. I mean, it was just, yeah. But I think this is going to make an interesting design. All right. Now I'm going to show you my tags, which
Paula.
I got to the back
No
of.
worries.
And
Hi, Quirky.
Is Eddie here?
Eddie's here.
Eddie? I used your papers that you wrapped around the drag queens. You recognize that? Now I screwed it up when I used that, and that's why I don't like that thing. I just, you know, that this big fat thing.
I don't know why you can't work that, but
I don't either, but I scraped off a big piece, so I had to patch it up.
She's
But
heavy-handed.
I guess so.
She scrapes like I, use colored pencils.
Yeah, there's that. But look at that. And then I covered them with the clear texture gesso because I wanted a very obvious matte finish on the back side and shiny on the front because frogs are shiny. Not quite finished with this yet. I want to block out those so that you can focus on the frog rather than seeing those and wondering what the hell that is. Okay. Isn't this one nice? Remember that? I'm going to use some black paper. I just forget about that stuff because I've had such bad experiences with it. But isn't that wonderful? When I went over it with the with this stuff, the clear texture gesso, which is a matte finish, it really brought out. And what this is this is a wipe off of the words are hard today. Darcy said that. No. Sometimes words are hard. Sometimes words are always hard. You know, that modeling paste stuff. Cleaning it off. Because these little tiny areas like that, you want to take it to the sink and get that off right away.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's not something that I'm cavalier about. You need to take care of that.
This is why, pointy, intersection,
Edges.
are, because they just build up. It just traps in there unless you get in there and kind of clean it out. Now, see, the rounded ones typically will clean out a little better.
You know, that kind of roundy thing. But any place in there where it goes to a little point, that's a potential area for it just fills up. And I've showed you that. All right, now one of the reasons I did this one is because I had to, three different colors here at least. All right, let's get rid of this gel plate for just a sec. Because I want to do a little pencil work on the back. Is my tag swap partner here today?
Helen.
Helen's here. Okay, good. All right, Helen, you get to watch this. I just really want a little bit more of that blue there.
Do you want me to come over and bring the camera down, or can you bring the camera down?
Yeah.
And not, you know, make everything crash and keep it level? Can you level it? Can you level it? Please level it.
Level?
Dip the part to me on my side down ever so slightly. There you go.
Okay.
How's that, y'all?
So, you know, I'm not pushing hard on it.
She's not pushing like I do. Is
Right.
what she's trying to say.
This is how Mariah does it. I can just see her little white knuckles. If you position
Color
yourself,
with intent.
if she does, position yourself a little further back on the pencil, you have less of a tendency, you know, to do the bearing down.
Oh, yeah. Now it's in. They're seeing the camera in the PCam, but that's all right. I'll kind of lower this a little bit. Just a little dipper in.
That better?
Well,
More
somewhat.
better.
You
Sharpening.
can't have it all, y'all.
Okay. I always use at least 2 different colors of colored pencil, just simply because I know over here there's this color, there's also this color, there maybe even is a little bit of this violet blue. That violet blue is some awesome stuff. I'm not going to get too carried away with this, but I do want to have the viewer moving their eye around and saying, okay, well that blue spot down there wasn't accidental. And giving a little bit of definition.
Paula says, bearing down. Well, she had a baby.
Yeah, I know about that.
That's right.
All right, now, I mean, you know, it doesn't take much, but now look at the difference there. All this, there's a cohesiveness. There's a, oh yeah, there wasn't just an accidental blue spot down at the bottom. I don't think this needs anything except some glue on the edge.
Who's been gluing?
I've been gluing. And I just thought that these were so perfect.
Those are Prismacolors.
Because a dragonfly starts out in the water. They're little dragonfly, you know, nymphy things waller around in the water for a spell before they climb up a stem and become, you know, flying insects.
Yeah? Did you look that up?
Yeah, I know that. I know that from I don't know when. But so they start their life out in the water, and they're also frog food.
Oh, did you put some clear gesso down on that stuff? Or you're just going straight to paint?
What are you talking about?
Are you using the colored pencil over clear texture gesso?
Yes, I already said that.
Oh, okay. Well, some of us weren't listening.
Obviously.
Myself included.
Yes, clear texture
I mean,
gesso.
I knew you were yammering on about
And
it.
we were talking about, and somebody was talking about paints. Well, I've never used those.
Julie speaks very highly of them.
I don't even know, do we know where you get those?
I think we can get them.
Because I love this stuff. This is like my favorite ever.
I thought about maybe for the Baltimore trip, because they have sets. If you wanted to just try out new paints, and I can have it shipped to where we're staying. We need to talk about that, by the way, at some point.
Yeah, we do.
When I get back.
Okay.
Because I don't know if we want to ship a box, or if you want me to just kind of buy some new paints, small, you know, little test, you know, small tubes, and then just leave it there for the people that are driving and whatnot.
Well, I think that's a good idea, because then that'd be kind of our contribution to the group thing. You know, just send it home with somebody that loves it. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Some thoughts.
I love this stuff, and you know, even if I wanted to come, I don't think the dragonflies necessarily need it, but to add a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of this around the edge of it,
Help pop them out.
pops them out, makes them come forward to you. And the background recedes slightly. But you can see just tiny little bit of pencil work. Just does amazing things. Well, I think it does amazing things.
I think it's amazing.
I think it's amazing.
Y'all think it's amazing? Let us know in the chat.
I think it's amazing.
Thumbsy upsies.
And I really, you know, I didn't want that, but I sort of like it because it's like, it reminds you, you know, this is the edges are there. This is a snapshot of a moment in time. And you might not necessarily get it all lined up because dragonflies are notoriously bad posers. They won't stay still. They wiggle about and move about.
Yeah.
Hey, did you know they actually eat their food in flight? They can't sit and eat their food because they use the things, their leggy parts.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they'd fall over.
They fall over on their face. Yeah. So, you know.
Be a dragonfly. You can, you know, eat and run.
Eat and run.
Eat and fly.
Okay.
Hi, Jolene.
I'm just messing with that. I don't really need to do anything to that because it's a lovely print, and I thank you very much, Eddie. Your gifts just keep on giving. All right, now let's address this. All right, so this already has a shiny coat of the
Us too, Jan.
Blickarillic. Remember, that's what we put it down.
You know what's so funny is, like, even last night I was thinking about how to say that. Blickarillic.
Yeah, well, I'll bring it back over here.
I mean, really, were there meetings about that? I want to know.
Okay, here, you see?
Blickarillic.
Rillic.
I feel like if it had a dash in it, that would be a little bit more appropriate.
Or if they'd put an A in.
Yeah.
It would be more better.
Why don't you draw one in
Says, shake well before using. Close cover after each use. Thin with water. Do not mix with oils or turpentine. Clean brushes with soap and water.
Hey, Gayla.
Colors may stain clothing. Well, no duh. Galesburg, Illinois. That's where the Blick art materials come from. Okay, it says shake it up, baby. Twist and shout. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We need,
Lynn says, so it really is more like, you know, Blick with the B-L-I-C and then the acrylic. See, that's a better way to say it. Blickarillic. See, that makes more sense to my brain.
Yeah, okay. Hey, thank you. Clearing that up. Well, I don't want open. God knows. Okay, what do we have here? I don't want purple, although that might work. I really don't want purple. I just want to knock back that a little tiny bit. And this, maybe, I'll tell you who we're going to start with. Jenkins!
Jenkins! That's a wee bit better, isn't it?
Gosh, and Joshy knocked all of my sponges off. Okay.
And I thought, like, so on our Baltimore thing, I was thinking, you know, well, what am I going to do? And I could just bring my my art journal thing, and then anybody that has scraps and stuff, I can just build stuff out of that, because it's really what I'm best
And
at.
it would be like a memory
It would.
thing.
Anybody has little scrappy things?
Oh, I think that's a wonderful idea, Mariah.
Because I was like, I don't really...
I don't have any...
I don't art like she does. I usually take the things that she gives me and make things. And I thought maybe we could bring the bookbinding tape and then some black chipboard. Just in case. You know, we're feeling like we want to make an accordion. I mean, we're going to have basically, what, 4 full days of uninterrupted. I mean, this, we won't know we don't know what to do ourselves with this amount of Arty time uninterrupted.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking about that too. Like, just, wow.
Oh, I don't have to put it up in the... Okay, that probably made everybody puke.
Well, you can still put it up there if you want to get it, but you don't have to get it you know. There. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Well done.
Now you focus on the little frog. Mm-hmm. And I did look up frogs, and there's all kinds of froggy facts. I didn't have time because I had to do childcare, and I couldn't get that little booger up here. I couldn't bribe her and get her up here.
I know,
Sometimes I can bribe her and get her up here, but that was not the case. So I had to just kind of hang out downstairs and whatever. Now, on the back of this one, I'm going to write out, I have it over here, a poem by, and I need to mention this because that was really,
that's a good idea.
I wrote it all down
Rhonda.
Because it's a haiku, and it's by Basho. And Gerald Baxter mentioned this in one of the live streams. So I looked up.
Well, he commented.
He commented. Thank you. Commented. Yes.
Commenting on the comments.
Commenting. I am sorry.
Did you take your swig a little fast?
I did, and it's just kind of revisiting me. Mm-hmm. Okay, here's the haiku poem about frogs, and this is what Gerald said. I thought this was so cool.
Okay, because, you know, when you read something, I want you not to be silly and be, you know, distracted. When you move that up about, to the top of your head, about 2 inches.
Yeah?
A bit more. 1 more inch. Perfect. And then please straighten it. I know that's hard for you, but...
You have to tell me because I don't know.
Other way. 1 more. Lovely. Still peeking out there. But that's
I know. All right. So, Gerald Baxter 3532, haiku. He recommended this. Haiku by Basho. And you realize this is a translation, and it was so cool. The one that I went to gave me 3 different, so I'm going to read you 3 different translations, okay?
Okay.
Because originally, obviously it was written in Japanese. And it's so, when you do translations, you have to really be aware of intent rather than actual literal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm thinking that they did. This was my favorite one, and it's by Alan Watts. The old pond, a frog leaps in, sound of the water. Now this one is by Jane Reichold. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Old pond, a frog jumps into, the sound of water. Now I love that too, because the frog is jumping into the sound of the water. I love that image. Okay. Now this one's by Allen Ginsberg, and I don't know if you all know his famous poem, Howl. He was back in the late 50s, and he was very much leftist leaning. I'm sure he was on J. Edgar Hoover's list. The old pond, a frog jumped in, kerplunk! Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia.
Poeia?
Poeia. Okay, so there we go. Now another thing, I'm glad I've got this out because this kind of goes back to Mariah's. If you want to watch a super cool video on watercoloring, and I swear to God she must have watched ours because she used starfish, shells. I mean, she even had the turd shell in her little drawings that she was doing with her watercolors.
Darcy?
No, Ellen Crimmy Trent. Crimmy/Trent. Okay? She does seashell doodles. How fun is that? And, you know, shows you how to mix up the colors and everything. I thought it was really wonderful.
Who is this now?
Ellen Crimmy,
She's a YouTube channel?
/Trent, yes. And she has almost 180 subs. 180,000.
Wow. Yeah, that ain't nothing to sneeze at.
It ain't. I guess she's probably been around a while.
It seems as though.
But she does some really... I kind of... I wanted her to leave some more white showing when she was doing her backgrounds, but...
Did you leave that comment?
No,
Were you one of those people?
I was not one of those people. I thought, you know, this is her video. She can dang well do it however she wants to.
Thank you, Ellen.
Thank you, Ellen. Y'all mention us if you go over there and watch that.
Yeah.
Heard about it here. Now, I think that is absolutely a remarkable job. Jenkins and... yeah. Oh, it's already dry. I was worried about the okay. I will write that on the back of there, and that will be some off-camera stuff. But I'm getting these tags ready for you, Helen. Not just whistling Dixie here.
I don't know how to whistle very well. And I definitely am not whistling Dixie.
I don't even know how.
I don't like whistling.
Well, you know,
I don't know why, but it annoys me.
I can't. Carmichael, he was a good whistler. He used to say that.
He was a fun little ditty singer too.
Oh, he was. He had some naughty songs.
I loved
Wonderful.
it.
Wonderful. Okay. Put that.
Well, we need to get more Powsie Wowsie members, and then we can get more. We can get more emojis.
Oh, seriously? How that works?
Yeah, but it's crazy because like the next amount is a lot. I don't remember what it is, but it's a lot. It'll be a little bit. Now we could swap out some of our current ones.
Well, what do we got? Go.
Eddie put a peapod in there for Jenkins.
Ah, that's pretty funny. Okay.
I feel like a cucumber would maybe be better. Size matters.
I'm not even gonna.
No.
Not touching that.
Nope.
Too hot to handle. Okay, let's just move right along here. What do I got here? Oh yeah, I've got these guys. Mm-hmm. All right, let's do a little bit of this. Now, here, I'm not just doing this out of, you know, because I really just want to do something. Although Mariah instructed me, she said, could you use some stencils that still
don't have paint on them, just
have white showing?
Because that means that they've never been used.
So I went through them last night. And, all right, well, it's got to fit in with where I'm going. I can't just, you know, willy-nilly pull something out just because it doesn't have paint on it, for God's sake. Anyhow, so I found these little peas in a pod, and I didn't get the big one.
No, I sent those off.
It was sent to you.
I mean,
so if you're wondering why I have this little bitty jobber here, which is fine. It's going to work just fine for what I'm going to do.
You said you wanted.
What?
You said you were good with that.
I was good with it, but you kind of pressured me because you wanted to get it sent out to Carrie in his order. So I just sucked it up and took the small.
Look at her sucking it up. Like a
anyway.
Buttercup.
Yeah.
Should I move the camera up higher?
I don't know.
We have the plate in for the most part. The
Oh,
top
I
is
hate
not
that.
all the way in.
Yeah,
You want me to move it? Okay.
I'm not going to show probably that much of it up there, but I want it in just so people have a reference about, you know, the size of the plate, because it is 12 inches from here to here and here to it's a 12-inch square. Okay. So, where's this going? Well, remember did I talk about the boxes and the milk cartons?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Well, we searched the area in the garage where Mariah has stored my boxes that don't fit under the table over there.
Right.
And I'm going to go through it again, but right now I'm down. I need 4 more cartons because I can only use the bottom part.
Yeah.
I tried to figure out how to use the top part, but that was going to be way more complicated than I cared to deal with. And so I'm just holding off. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be creating little fronts for our little boxes. Well, I'm going to cover them all over, but the part that you're going to see, that's going to be the most important.
Right.
Okay? And I saw Carrie's in the background on one of his, I can't remember what video. Yeah? What video it was, but his cute little container back there with his little boxes in the front. And I really, you know, that was kind of my impetus for this. And what I really want to do is I want to create cool papers that are going to go on the front and have some kind of cohesiveness to the whole of the box and honor the age of the box, because it's not a new pristine box. It's an old beat up. It's got a crack across the back. I don't even know where I picked it up, but I love boxes. I love old boxes, and I will buy them anytime I can get them, because you will always be able to use them. Over here we've got 2 sets of boxes. We've got boxes on the shelf back behind us. I use boxes in my bedroom to put my what do you call that thing that makes my bows on? Gets it up off the floor. You have a little space underneath. Boxes are great, especially the kind that have the open back on them. And I've got my pencils in a really old box.
Yes.
Back behind here, and it fits perfectly. Okay, enough about that. Blah blah blah.
She likes containers.
I like containers. If you've got old boxes and you don't want them, you can send them to me, and my feelings will not be hurt. All right. So with that in mind, I think we need to lean a little bit towards goldy brownies, reddish brown. Definitely some quinacridone. And somebody offered up, and I told him, Mariah, that I would trade out perfectly imperfect stencils for their quinacridone paint that they have, because they don't make it anymore. And they offered it up. So if you could facilitate, that'll happen as soon as she gets back. Actually, I might go downstairs while she's gone and go through.
You can dig through the box. It's out in the garage.
Oh.
And then there's the lid. We kind of fill up the lid and then go deposit into the big box in the garage.
Oh, okay. Well, I shall do that. Because I will not be responsible for childcare.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have so much time you don't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah, really.
As long as Van can, not go to the hospital.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm just calling a taxi for him this time. All right. I always like that with a little
soft foods for a week. So there isn't any chance he's going to,
Yeah. I'll puree everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I planned on cooking yesterday, and then I reneged and said, "Oh, let's, yeah." And Izzy was so upset because she wanted
the beets.
She wanted beets, and I felt bad about it, and so I got up and fixed them first thing this morning. So they're waiting for her out there. This makes an absolutely lovely, lovely dark brownish, purpley kind of thing. And you can't get this in a tube. It's very close to the
Thank you, Eddie.
very close to the violet. That's just to soup it up a bit.
That's the soup. That's what you should just call it. The soup.
Soup it. Okay, this is lovely. And really it's nice that I have a little bit of that what you call it, retarder in with the, because that's
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
It's just because I'm going to do this technique.
But retarder in with what?
Was in with the
Your soup mix?
well, no, it was in with the golden.
We'll get it in a minute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain can just do one thing at once. And I'm using tissue paper because I really want that to be that kind of a surface, you know. I want to have that option if I want it to be stronger, but when you're doing, oh God, I'm just struggling today. When you're doing decoupage, paper mache type things, the softer and more pliable your paper, the better your results are going to be. That's
where she's going with
that's
this.
where I'm going with
I still don't really know what she was saying about the, retarder and which paint or why or what.
Well, simply because if you've got your retarder, it's not going to give it up as you're flipping and flopping.
Right.
You need a little of that.
But you didn't add it in with this particular stuff because it's pretty...
It's already in the golden.
Okay, we got there.
It's already in the golden Prussian blue. Everybody got that. All right. Now, I think this is kind of boring. And I don't really like it. But I don't... I'm not, I'm not mad at it because I know I can make it work. All right, so what do I really want about that? I really think it needs a little bit more depth of color here. So we'll use a bit more of the Prussian. Excuse me. And let's just go ahead with some transparent red iron oxide. This is also open. You can see that. See the little crenulated. Izzy likes that. Kind of like playing a washboard. Words and lids would be the thing today. All right, now we've got that. What else do I have over here that I can use? That quinacridone. This is a dry paint, but I have liked what happens with it when I did the shadow techniques.
All right, so what do you got out there?
I have Prussian. I have transparent red iron oxide and anthraquinone blue. All right. I'll just leave those right there because I think I'll probably just go ahead.
Oh.
What?
I don't know if I really want to tell you this, but so the retreat thing that Anthony and Susan are putting on
Oh, no.
are going to feature fun activities led by volunteers, a campfire, and a demonstration of baron making. Hopefully somebody will video that. That would be really super. That's cool. It looks foamy.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is our one that we weren't very happy about.
Yeah, that was...
You just don't get all bent out of shape. Oh man, that is some... That looks so cool. AC's on.
I was like, why is this
We're floating.
fighting with it? Oh, that looks very nice. Good save.
Good save. Good save. Well, I probably need more red. I need something with a little red on it. Because
Oh, so that's the Peas in a Pod by Carrie. Now, you have to cut out your own outer part. Because he really, he wanted it to be more stencil-like with the outer part and everything. So you got to trim up yours if you want it.
And here's the thing. I really, most of the time I do. But when I'm doing this technique...
Yeah, you need something more cut out.
I need to have that edge. I don't need to have a square.
Yeah, because then you just get a bunch of lines.
Yeah, and it doesn't go well. Oh, that was violet oxide. And I learned about that from Fran. All right, now do you see why I like this plate?
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Uh-huh.
Let's get that up there and see if we can't pick up some of that. That's some good stuff there, Maynard. Yeah.
And really, this is a very simple one to trim out because you just kind of go around the...
Yeah, there's no rhyme, no reason to it. You just, you know. And remember, I will be doing the inside of the box as well as the, you know, inside, outside, all the way around. You always need more paper than you think you do. You think you do.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you're trying to match something up. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
All right, I'm really liking that. I'm really liking the way that the direction that's going. I really like that violet oxide business going on here. And even the fact that we're still picking up. And again, this is open. Open works really well for this technique. And the reason it does is because, oh, that's nice. Look at that.
Oh, that looks cool.
Doesn't that look neat?
Carrie, I need more info. What do you mean?
Now, after a while, you get a buildup on your stencil, obviously.
Yes.
And so it's depositing as well as pulling.
Right. There's kind of a Goldilocks moment that happens.
Oh, yeah, there is. And you really, you see, look at that out there. But if I go ahead and keep doing that, then I'm going to destroy some of the areas that I already have. And remember, this doesn't necessarily have to be the last coat. What did Carrie say?
Well, I don't know if he means like just in general or if he thinks that we are going to put this in the shop. We're not going to change the stencil. If you want to cut your own, you can cut your own.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like this is like all terribly difficult or anything.
No,
so I was just like, I don't know if he said, may I suggest if you're cutting the outer edges, you could also create open spaces within the stencils.
I thought about that, but you know what?
Oh, like more in there?
I thought about that.
Space.
I like it because what it does is it works as a mask and covers up other areas. So, you know, of course you can do that. Once you buy them, well, I don't care what you do with them. Totally up to you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're picking up more of the blue there. I really love these little white areas where it's glomming on. All right, now let's just change gears here. Since we've got some stuff going on here, and I can pull those back in. Got lots of smushy mucky muck here, and I'm hoping to start getting some more off of my stencil. This is just titanium white. Nothing special.
What brand is that one?
Golden. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's U-Track. Same difference. The same quality paint. And I think the price is probably a little bit better on that than...
Probably slightly.
I mean...
And it seems that on sale... I think, you know, you can find golden on sale too, so... Sort of just depends.
Okay, can you see how it's lifting off the color now rather than, you know, yeah. Isn't that lovely? And I think that this is exactly the kind of feeling I really like this feeling of the, it's a little bit, you know, maybe even slightly moldy.
Yes. That was a good one. Very nice.
Okay, I like that a lot. Let's just keep going with that for a bit here. And I can use, let's see if that works.
Oh, good call, Carrie. So there are, I think, a few of us. I'm pretty sure that Froyle has a video, like a longer process coming out. I think that's what she said. That may even be today or tomorrow. And then Carrie, he says that he has his process video that tied to his hop make for the 20th of June at 12 a.m. British time. So that'll be like the 19th in the States. I don't know what time zone. And then later on today, we have one. It's just a fast process speed through thing with music. If you don't like the music, just, there's no talking. You can just turn off the sound and just watch.
Okay, I'm going to grab one of the darker ones over.
And I think, Sharon, did you have a process video that came out today? I thought I saw something post, but.
This was one of the dark ones that I initially did. And that's why, you know I screwed the frogs up the other day. I felt really bad about that. But here's the thing. I'm going to use those little boogers.
Just redeem herself on frog.
I'm going to have, Mariah, put them out there. Can you cut those frogs out for me? Fancy cut it?
I should have known that you were leaving this over here for a reason. Should have known.
Isn't that, look at that. Is that not just wonderful?
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, Sharon had a live yesterday. So if y'all missed that, go back and watch that. What else is going on? Darcy's doing, she did her watercolor one. Now, how much of a, well, I'm just going to make an executive decision here. I'm not going to shit.
I want some of the pink to show, but not a lot.
Okay, well, I'm leaving more than you probably want, but.
I guess I can always go back and trim it more if I want to. I don't know why I'm having such a I probably need to go through and clean these lids out.
Yeah.
Because every now and then it gets all up in it's in the creases and crevices, and you know.
Oh, and Lynn says so. Today is Sunday, June 18th. Jerry's Artorama is holding a large overstock sale today, and it's the last day. Many wonderful things are deeply discounted.
Oh. Well, I'll have to go over there.
Oh.
I will. I need something kind of a yellowy. What have I got here that's not a yellow ochre? Let's use a little yellow ochre. I don't never remember this. You know, and it's, I don't have it. That's a pretty good, it's semi-transparent. It's really more, but I just wanted to warm it up a bit, because I think those others are just ever so slightly cool.
Now, do you want me to tear one out?
No.
That wasn't the right answer. Just letting you Yeah.
Swear to God. I should know by now the tone in her voice what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, you really should. Read the cues.
Well, I can't because I'm
you're just
moving about the cabin here and trying to get some good stuff going on.
Okay, that's crazy.
Well, I don't know we're going to have a lot of contrast there, but let's see what we get. But you can see why I really love this large plate, even though I don't utilize all of it all the time. It's there if I need it.
Yeah, I think assemblage is a very hard one to do process videos.
Yes, and oh, I did love that assemblage that Martha did. It was absolutely wonderful. I thought it was great. And yeah, I could see that she was struggling with some of the...
Well, you kind of have to move things around and figure out, and then sometimes you got to problem solve some stuff because things aren't gluing down or sticking down or staying in the place that you wanted them.
Yeah, there's always that. Anthraquinone. I don't know if that's going to make all that much difference here.
I think assemblage is very mixed media because usually it's about, you know, what's gonna glue things down.
Yeah. All right, now we need to really move along on this because this is dry paint. I was going to pull it on that one, but I decided not to. I think I might kind of like this.
That was Sharon. That's sweet of you, Carrie.
Pardon?
Carrie really enjoyed Sharon's friend totem. I just love the idea behind all of it, and it's just very sweet. It's a cool thing to have around for sure.
All right, let's you know, this is kind of like when I was doing the backgrounds for the flowers.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably going to go ahead and it'll be a double thing. I will go ahead and now this is golden, but this is not open. This is boy, I tell you what, I should have ordered some of that anthraquinone open because this stuff is
There you go, Darcy.
dry. And then we'll use a little transparent red with this dry anthraquinone and see if we can get some good stuff going on here. A little bit of white for opacity because I kind of seem to like that a little bit.
I think that worked. The white in with the paint worked really well for this shadow technique.
I think it does too because it's giving you
because when everything's all too transparent, you're not getting the breaks that I think the shadow technique really is quite lovely. Like when you have those very definite movement.
and this is one of those where you don't have to have your thing, you know, so perfect. It really works better if you don't.
Oh yeah, I cried on Miriam's. Yep, I told her that. Yep, straight away, cried.
I don't know what she's talking about. I didn't. I was just totally...
You're not as an emotional as person as Eddie and I are.
Well, that's probably true. I taught junior high kids art. You can't be too terribly emotional, though.
Rip you apart.
Yeah. Now don't worry, at the end we'll go back through all these. I'm just trying to get some stuff going on here. Some stuff going on. Okay, let's go ahead and use it a little bit.
Oh. Yeah.
What?
Acme said Miriam's video was so beautiful I had to run and write emails to recommend it to others.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
I don't know if this is the way to go, but you know, right now, we're just playing. We haven't decided on a color scheme yet, so we don't have to.
What are you doing with these papers again?
These are the ones that are going to go on the front of my little boxes.
Oh, that you and Josh
There's
are going to
gonna
do, yeah.
be the drawers.
Should have taught him how to glue things. I don't think he knows.
Oh, I assure he does not. There's very large gaps in that child's learning.
In the arty department, for sure.
Now, he knows how to hit a tennis ball and he can play soccer like a fool, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the shadow box we were talking about, that was Martha's. Mm-hmm. Super awesome.
Oh, that's interesting.
This is the slidey shadow.
Kind of the...
Pulling through the shadows.
Give it a wiggle. A wiggle and a giggle.
Yeah.
I just needed to open up some of it because it turned into total... This looks like more of something I need for my frogs. But you know, this may be the one. This may be the one. You never know. I hope y'all are entertained by this. I mean, I'm totally into this.
She's definitely into that.
I am in the zone. I am feeling it. I am loving it.
Yeah, the Scoochie shadow.
Scoochie.
Scoochie shadow.
Give it a little hoochie coochie.
La la la.
Well, that's great.
It almost looks kind of marbled.
Yeah, kind of looks like the little... Oh, and we've got some great stuff going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have time to lollygag and wait for things to dry here. Hell no. Quinacridone.
Mm-hmm.
Magenta. Gently, gently baby kissing the surface because we've got a lot of wet stuff going on out there. Mm-hmm. And we're going to bring back in this goose poop green.
Oh, lovely.
Whoa.
Now, I did want to let everybody know, too, that regarding orders. If you place an order with stamps, most likely that is not going to go out until we get back. Because just kind of running out of time as far as being able to cut stamps and things of that nature. And then as far as stencils go, we're going to do our very best to cut whatever orders we get today. But then, obviously, anything that comes in once we are gone is definitely going to have to wait until we get back. So, and depending on how much that is, there could even be a delay of a day or two after that. So, just want to kind of let everybody know. Oh, wow.
Now, see, now we're getting in the zone.
In the zone.
This is absolutely, this is like the long haul.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right, I'm really liking that. I really like that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the, okay, let's get a little soupy up going here. Okay.
It looks like squid tentacles. Yes. Like a kind of zoomed in.
I'm really kind of liking this. You know, these...
And I'm just going to hype up my swap partner and the awesome things that he did. That would be Eddie Makes Art. With the things that I sent him. Number one, the color palette on his spread was just made me extremely happy. I just, you know, I approved of everything that Eddie did with the things that I sent him. And I loved the little victory thing in the beginning. I could tell that, like, you can just, it's so funny to watch a lot of you guys grow in how you make your videos, and just each and every time you kind of do something, you can tell, like, all right, I'm going to push myself a little further. And I knew this was kind of a different thing for Eddie, and I was just really proud of him for all of that, because I could just, that there were little moments where he was, like, a little unsure, but then, like, it came through, and I thought that was really great. And Devin is becoming quite the pro. I love the little videos up in the corners.
Oh, yeah.
To, you know, really demonstrate. It's like, because you don't need to beat people over the heads about it, but it's kind of nice to be able to see, like, right then and there while you're explaining something, what's going on. That's some great stuff. And not easy to do.
Now remember, this is using some of the cleanup mixture, so you're getting some of those little crazy marks anyway. But then where, you know, you had some actual paint, you're getting the shapes of the peas. Lighten those. Okay, let's
I really, you know, I dig that. With the videos up in the corner, like, it was well done,
gosh,
and not distracting. I think that it was one of those things that, you know, you got to be careful with. That, you know, it's balance. It's balance with anything. You know, even just in art, it's composition. Well, in video making, it is too. It's kind of a bold move to be able to say, all right, well, I'm going to show two things at once, and hope that by doing that, you're not distracting from one thing or the other. And it was really complimentary to what you were doing, which is good.
I don't know. I'm just going really wild here. This is some paint
Yeah, you
that
are.
I learned about from Fran. Actually, any of the weird paint that I have, I learned about it from Fran. Asphaltum.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So we have a totally opaque paint. We have a golden interference paint. We've got some mucky muck on the plate.
And careful, when you do that ziggy-zaggy mixy business is when you get all gooked up on your ends. Yeah, see? Now you've created some claw marks.
That's fine. I like it.
Fred says, yep, that's me. Weird paint. Oh, buddy. Oh, that's so sweet, Agni.
Okay.
So yeah, if y'all want to know how to create cloth prints on your, that's how you do it. Just, you know, side roll your brayer.
Side roll your brayer. Leave some.
Yeah, do the mixy thing. You know, get that stuff built up on the edge, and then, you know, side roll it. Oh, yes. Thank you, Colleen. So, among the non-YouTubers, big shout out to Penka. That book was absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
So, I think Rhonda was her swap partner who sent the print.
Yes.
So, kudos to that, because, you know, a lot of times, especially when you get somebody else's stuff, and then it's like, okay, well, what do? You know, this is out of my comfort zone, and I know a lot of you felt that way, but wow, how to take it and run with it, and holy cow.
Yeah, that's what I did with my gold leaf. I ran with it.
P did a really good job. And hey, I liked your story. So you and Miriam, you guys do a lot of like storytelling with your art, and I think that that's pretty cool. And that in itself is tricky, because, you know, once you've kind of committed yourself to a storyline, that just adds to the, oh, well, I got to kind of keep with it. You can't, you can't, you know.
It commits you.
Yeah, don't go off character, or, you know, don't mess up the storyline.
Oh, that was cool. I just left it out there and it kind of leached over. Okay, this is purple.
Did you know that before you put it down?
Shut.
Hey everybody, this is purple. You haven't met him.
All right, let's use the other end of this.
Oh, that's a great idea, Stacey. And Sandy says that she would like some crustaceans, some lobsters, some crabs.
Oh, out of this. Yeah.
No, out of like stamps.
Oh. Well, I'm not your person that you need to be talking to about that.
It's probably a Susan department. She's our... If you want funky ones, it's Paula. If you want kind of sketchy, realistic ones, that's Susan. That's kind of style-wise. Oh, that looks fabulous. I don't know why I have something in my eyeball. So. That looks cool.
Yeah, and I've got some good stuff out here to work with. Now, I don't necessarily know that that's going to be what I'm going to use for my... boy, this stencil's starting to look really good.
Which purple was that?
Diazonine. Utrecht. Okay, so we've got some yellow. Let's do a bit of transparent yellow iron, because then we're going to get back in our brown range.
Oh, no, Eddie.
What? What?
He said, I'll see myself out now. Some stuff happening in the chat.
Oh.
He was offering up crabs. If anyone needed any. And Anthony said, are you offering? Oh, so Lynn says some mantis shrimp. Mask and stamp. Yep, those. Yeah. Alright, well, Susan.
I'm really pushing down on this. Can you tell? I'm actually embedding it in the plate.
I love this color mix.
I do too.
The diazonine purple works really well for this. Here's my thought on why. Because it's a very bold purple. Like, it's a, you know, when you say purple, that's kind of the purple you think of.
It's
like,
not a shy purple.
No, it's purple.
It's in-your-face purple.
But what then, by mixing in your, what did you mix in with it? The...
Yellow transparent, no, I mixed in transparent yellow iron oxide.
Okay, because, you know, all right, we've got complementary colors, so we're kind of going to create brown or neutralize it. But it doesn't neutralize it completely. It does it, like, perfectly. See, if you picked a purple that was that color, by mixing it with the yellow iron oxide, you weren't going to get that. But by using the the purple,
yeah, that one, the D one.
you know, the real purple, then you get this, which is lovely.
I like that a lot.
Okay. Hey, Miriam. I'm any of the designers, if you guys want to take that up.
Take what up?
The shrimp and crustaceans and crabs.
All right, now here's a Utrecht titanium white as opposed to the, oh, that's also Utrecht. I have some, I have some titanium white and something else here, but I don't know where it is. Okay, we're going to go back to our white again because I'm going to,
Bye, Anthony.
Bye, Anthony. I'm really sorry I can't be there this year, but next year.
Yeah, we can kind of do one big thing a year, I think.
As well, you know, because...
And you guys can work out all the quirks.
Yeah.
This first round. And then, you know, then we'll come.
All right, let's do something totally different here than we've done so far. We haven't used any of
Bye,
this.
Helen.
This is the By Helen Venetian Red, and it is very, very opaque. So I'm hoping to get really a nice...
Do you have crabs? That's actually...
What?
Paula? I guess she's already made some. Oh, they are with the... Are they with the merman? Because we have merman. Paula has a lot of stencils. It's hard for us to, like, keep up with Paula. Just, to be honest.
Yeah, she's the
yeah.
battery bunny of stencils.
What's she doing there?
I don't know.
Terracotta.
Terracotta with the pigeon poop.
Yes, Colleen. She's making prints that her and when Josh and her do the box thing next week. To do the little deco pop. She doesn't like deco pop. She doesn't like that word. She's gonna. What are you gonna do? Collage
Paper
them.
mache.
Paper mache.
Oh, I think that's...
This is lovely. I almost wish you had just a little bit more purple on there to make those bubbly pieces, and I'm hoping they're pushing through to the other side.
I'm hoping they are too.
Uh-huh.
We had the same thought there.
Paula sleeps with a notepad. So she can...
Jump up and write it down.
Oh. All right, and you got about 45 minutes.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know what you got. Oh, cool.
Well,
Now, the purple didn't push through as much.
No, it didn't. All right. Well, this is a first good layer. Good first layer, and we're gonna come back with some. I'm gonna mix this because this violet oxide
that's funny.
isn't quite strong enough to make those strong patterns. Could you put the lid on that, please?
Oh, certainly.
Thank you.
I would love to.
So we're going to pick up a little bit more of our
the purple.
Dioxazine. See?
Dioxazine.
Dioxazine.
Here, let me tell you something a little funny. So Darcy says, you truck paint. I kept hearing you tripped paint. I had to Google it.
You tripped? Did you find
something? Did Google say, did you mean? Have you been listening to PM Artist Studio in their Texas, Oh, I hope I didn't have paint on me. Getting on my new.
Oh, well, you might as well just...
I know. Muck it up.
What?
The front of the notepad is for ideas. The back is for naughty chair lists. See, she writes that stuff down too.
Now, I'm really pushing on this, just in case you wanted to know, to get those nice, strong...
Hello, H. Snyder. Ooh, I'm telling you.
What?
This is just beautiful. I like purple. I think purple's one of my favorite colors.
I like purple, too.
And when I tell Izzy, like, I really like all colors. I really do. Now, there are specific, like, I like this purple. It's kind of dirty purple. I like a lot of different pinks. I like a lot of different, like, kind of teal colors. I have very specific greens that I like, and then ones I dislike.
All right, now that will probably benefit from a coat of whatever. I'm going to see if I can pick up some of this on this one.
Guys, she does not need paint. She's ridiculous.
I want paint. I don't need
Yes,
paint.
there we go.
All right, now see those white areas?
It's a little, yeah.
Okay. Because I can't necessarily see them from the back.
Why don't you use your stencil and just rub it on there? Oh, see? Perfect.
Oh, shucky darns. We may have discovered something here, folks.
Especially when you got enough paint on there to do such a thing. Both on the stencil and on the print. I wouldn't recommend this if it's in a weird little spot of, you know, having, like, you need the right amount of paint on both things.
Seriously. There you go. Now,
The reverse pointing.
Reverse pointing. That's still a little bit pinky for me. No worries.
My friend Christy and I knew the dance to that.
What is it?
The salt and pepper push it. Push it real good. Yo, 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 baby pops. Come here, give me a kiss. Better make it fast or else I'm gonna get...
I don't know where I was when all this was going on.
I don't know either. Spent a lot of time in my bedroom. I had MTV.
I was going to put this down on the pink one, but I just decided I liked it so well all by itself that I'm
Just tea. This is me.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Dirty, foamy kind of, you know.
Mm-hmm. All right, I like that, but I need some more yellow. I need to jazz it up just a bit. A little transparent. Now, this transparent yellow iron oxide, also the nickel azo gold, they're so close together. This is a little more filmy than this, maybe, you know.
Well, you've got one that's a little deeper, a little dirtier.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of difference in them. I mean, you know, they're interchangeable as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. It's about the only thing that kept me sane. I loved MTV. What's funny is I've been getting on my recommendation thing on YouTube, like old, like they'll have the they'll have a day, somebody like recorded it and put it back up onto like YouTube, the full day of back in 1980 something. On this day, here was the full videos that they showed, which I think is pretty cool.
All right, let's try a little nickel azo gold. Is that what we just used, or did we use a transparent? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Get some paint out there.
These Sgraffito. This is more like Sgraffito brayering. Oh, whatever. Yeah, okay. Exactly, Eddie. Exactly.
This was just a little bit too pinky. Now, I don't know. I probably just went orange on this, but I know how to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think so. Look at that. You got a good... Yeah.
Ooh, look at the depth of the color there.
And it looks really good in the...
richness.
Because it gets bumped up a little bit. It's funny. It gets bumped up over here on Streamlab, but then once it makes it over to YouTube, I think it's pretty true. And of course, that depends on, your device and how you have it calibrated and brightness.
Yada yada boo boo.
Yada yada boo boo. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go a little bit white. not so much as we did a while ago. And in fact, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this. Oh, my colors are all getting...
I got your frogs cut out, by the way.
Oh, bless your heart. I'm just really on a
roll. I got
on
it.
a roll. Okay, now what did I want to put down?
Yeah, it does happen. Yeah.
Down here, I had an idea.
Feel the same way, Eddie. Oh, thank you, Darcy. Yes. For those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Do give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. Or, you know, you just forgot.
This is the one that I'm trading IMPs for. I think I have another one of these, but quinacridone nickel azo gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. And I loved it. Like, Yo MTV Raps was my favorite. I like rap music. I still like rap music. I like old rap music. I don't really like the new stuff. That's how I know I'm old.
I don't like any of it.
She doesn't.
Oh, I want my music to have foreign words or none at all.
That's not true. She likes some gospel stuff, and I love.
Oh, I do. Yes.
Yes, we love listening to some gospel stuff and bluegrass.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Is like one of my
anything.
favorites.
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Like that entire soundtrack.
Oh my God! Look how beautiful this is from this side. Oh,
yes.
This reminds me yesterday. Okay, so this is what we do when we don't throw our clothing away unless it's absolutely has more holes than it does negative, you know, or positive spots on it. And Mariah just keeps sewing it up. Anywho, she had these shirts, and one of them had a stain down the front, and the other one was just getting kind of dingy, white looking. You know how they do after a while when you wash everything together, like we do around here. Isn't that gorgeous? Oohs and ahs.
Oohs and ahs. Give us, you know, jazz hands in the chat. Hey, Patty Tolly Parrish.
Hey, Patty Tolly Parrish. Look at this.
You've been hanging out in the background.
Yeah, she has. Hey, I watched you the other day and I hung out in the background.
Are you going to be on today? I've got so much to do today, though. I cannot be watching a ton of YouTube-y things.
Okay.
We've got some orders and things.
I refocused on what I was doing.
Okay.
I refocused.
I have a question for you, too, here in a second, if you're cool with that.
Ah.
I think, like, all the way up to about 2000-ish for rap music. I love techno music. I really love house techno. I do not like, what's the one that just, you know, is, what do they call it? The other techno music that just repeats and doesn't. I need words in my techno. Like, I need to be able to scream it out every once in a while. I'll be like, yes, and have a little something to say.
God.
Oh, and then Eddie, oh my gosh, so he did a short, and it was while he was opening, you know, all the prints, and whatever that song is, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. See, and I don't hear a lot of that anymore. Like,
that's because you're old.
yeah, and I just don't listen to music much anymore.
That's what happens.
She's recovering from pneumonia. All questions good. Okay. Oh, she said hi earlier. Okay, well, I missed you. I'm sorry. Hi, Phyllis. See, I'm missing people. It's because I'm talking about music. Now I'm going to get comments that it's like, we really love the art, but that chatty one. Talking about music.
I always just think that's so funny because it just cracks me up. You know,
it is now a joke around here that I'm the chatty one.
I'm like, you know, Mariah, you need to be a little bit more chatty every now and then. you're sitting there reading, and I don't know the rest of you, but that I don't find that too terribly entertaining.
I'm trying to balance out my chat.
There you go.
With, you know. And
transparent red iron oxide.
And we've been pumping up Josh to like get him a little, because he needs to be a little more.
Oh, I know. I just had a very intense conversation with him about it. You know, it's okay. I swear to God, you had to give high school kids permission to get excited about something.
Yeah.
It was extremely. You know, you move from
Lynn.
elementary school where you have to, you know, nail their butts to the chair because they're just bouncing around to, you know, waking the suckers up to check their pulse. The mornings were the worst. I was just like, oh my God. I'm just like, you know, I really need a little bit more from you guys as far as, you know, reaction, because this, you know, it gets better if you guys are involved, and, you know, and I look out there and I see some excitement in the air, whatever. That jazzes me up when you just sit there and look like, you know, you're just rolled out of bed. Well, then I kind of chuckle to myself because I feel sure that that's what some of them did, because their hair was in a... Isn't that lovely?
Yes.
Save that booger. All right, that's
okay. I obviously needed that because I, you know.
This was okay, but I think this layer's gonna really... Yes.
Ooh, wow, look at you. That looks like granite, you know, like stone.
Absolutely. And see, that's what happens when you start getting this
Thank you, Colleen.
Cool stuff going on here. Cool stuff, folks.
Yeah, and Carol says, Patricia, try teaching him something like as exciting as math. You know, first thing in the morning.
Yeah, true that.
My father was the mathematician. Yes.
He wasn't always. When I married him, he was a biologist. It was a lot of fun. Once he started doing math, it all went downhill. Quickly.
Oh, that's not true. It took a while.
I think we probably should just...
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that.
Darcy says the plate is fully warmed up now and P is getting good stuff. 3 peas on fire. Patty says another good man lost to math.
Odd, isn't that the truth? All right.
Oh, I'm finding things.
Okay, that's interesting. We're just going to pull this one back over here that we've got some stuff already on. Oh yeah, a lot more interesting.
I like that one. Matches my shirt.
Oh, it certainly does. I really like that one. Oh, I love that one. This one could use...
Oh, this is the shadow technique.
This one could use a little bit more. I really like that one.
And I always was kind of under the, you know, impression that more open, masky type stencils were better. But really, I think...
It's a nice balance. And that's why I think this one works. Because it's got those areas where, you know, that, you know, Carrie mentioned you can go ahead and cut out some stuff there. But the thing about, oh, look at that. Isn't that great? I love it when my brayer is like goopy.
Oh, do you guys mean like in general, what is a process video? Process video is going to be like you see the full thing.
Like what you did every step of the way.
Every step of the way. And then, like, usually what I do with a process video is speed it up. So there's speed through processes. So you're really seeing everything, but it's very fast. And one of the reasons that we love live streaming is that you really get to see the full process. And it may even take a month or two.
God knows.
as long as I can keep her, you know, from, you know, doing things off camera.
Look at that depth of color.
Well, and I think some of these are going to get more interesting as they dry. Something to kind of keep in mind, because if you leave them for a little bit, you know, there is a bit of like saturation or soaking in that happens, and so they will change as they dry.
They will. All right,
Yes, plus the excitement of the interacting and chatting with our fun chatters. Exactly.
Okay, transparent red iron oxide. I'm just going to put it on and just...
Yeah, and prior to like us doing streaming, one of the things that we sort of enjoyed doing, or certainly was a better way to do process videos for us, because it just felt like our personalities came through, is when we would do the voiceovers. But then a lot of times her and I would just start, you know, yammer about
this and that.
other things. And people didn't really always like that, because they really wanted to hear, like, you know, what the thoughts were on, you know, what was happening.
Imagine that.
That's why streaming is a really, you know, nice balance for the both of us.
Ah, look at that.
Oh, very nice.
All right, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to go back to our asphaltum. Cheap Art Deco paint. It's already opaque, so it doesn't matter. I just don't want it quite so darky browny.
Oh, yes, and good call, Paula. We do love to see some process photos. So, like, if you aren't a YouTuber and you are in Makers, that's the Makers of Mixed Media Art Artists Facebook group. Do answer the questions if you're new coming in and all that business. But, yeah, we love to see process. Like, Makers is about, like, there's no such thing as TMI. You know, tell us all about it. Write those long posts. I love that. I read them.
She does. I do sometimes.
I let her know when she needs to go over there and for sure read some. That's right. Streaming is one done and no editing. I like that. It fits our lifestyle around here.
Yeah, because, you know, we don't have a place where we can go into a room and it can be silent.
And editing is one of those things that requires, like, you need to be able to just sit down and do it. And stopping and starting is not
because then
ideal.
you forget to turn the sound back on and do a whole video.
Well, that's another thing. That's
Look
prior
at
to
that.
the
Now,
editing.
isn't that cool looking?
That's the videoing.
Oh.
But yes, it's a problem. But yes, that looks lovely. It's very sandstony.
Sandstony. Oh yeah. Yeah. All right. I still think I'm not loving this 100%.
Yes, good call, Tanya. And hello. Leathery.
Leathery. Ooh. Ouch. Gosh, I haven't been drinking enough.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says, I haven't been drinking enough. Give me a minute.
Pause.
Pause.
Pause. Pull up your panties, girls. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. That's way too much purple. I wanted just...
raindrops on a hot sidewalk, and I love that smell. Do you guys, here's a little trivia question. Do you know what there's a word for that smell?
Starts with a P.
Let us know in the chat.
All right. High flow. Ooh. soupy.
That's right, Lexi. It is petrichor. I think that's how you say it. You aren't a fan of that smell, Darcy? I love that smell.
Hey, if you live in Texas, honey,
Yeah, I guess
and you
that you got
finally get
happy
some
thoughts.
rain, you're like jumping up and down to
That's
your...
a very good smell. Hi, Laura. No Josh today. I think he's coming later to scrape mats.
He might have had... This might... He was talking to me, but you know, sometimes I don't always pay really close attention. He may be at a tennis tournament.
Well, he
with
was
his
doing
dad.
that yesterday.
Well, maybe he won.
Oh, maybe.
He has to go back today.
I don't know.
Oh, what's that?
That's paint.
Well, I don't know what it's
Paint.
doing on that side.
Paint or bourbon.
Oh, it might be.
Did you dip it in your...
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's... Lexi says she has a bowl of rocks from Texas and she spritzes them with water to make that smell.
Yes, yes, yes. Dirty rocks. No, if I could pick up some of those lines, that would be really cool.
Carol says there's a protective dome over San Antonio, Texas. Aliens put it there so there's no rain. That could explain things.
That could. Oh my goodness, such beautiful papers. They're all just kind of different. Love that. I don't know.
Oh, that's cool. Colleen says in Arizona they make a wine that has that wet stone flavor in it.
Oh my. I don't know if I want to drink it.
Yeah, I don't...
I have licked rocks before.
Yeah, I've licked rocks.
Okay, I think it needs something. Anybody?
Yeah, you need more purple on it. You need the purple. Because you lost it. It's on the back side. It's on the side that you didn't see with that one. Oh.
I'm not going to go with the dioxazine. I'm going to go with...
Oh, you know what you need is either the mulberry one or that Amsterdam that's over there because it's already kind of...
violet oxide.
I don't agree with that.
Now, which one did you say I needed?
The one that's like right there.
That one.
That's the one.
All right, I will go with that. I haven't used any of this today. Now, it can go pinky. It's the only...
I think it'll be all right.
Well, I've kind of almost got some peachy stuff going on there already, so I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to love this, but you know what? I know how to fix it if I don't.
Well, here's also something that I like is that really you need to pull up a lot. The stencil looks fantastic.
It does. I might have to retire it.
Yeah, I love this color. It's Amsterdam. Which one?
Just a minute. I can't tell you right now.
Yeah.
I've got to, get my paper down here.
Yeah.
Well,
I was kind of hoping the stencil was going to pull up more, but right now you also have reached kind of saturation of paint onto the stencil.
yeah, I need to let that rest a bit.
So it's not pulling up as much and leaving just the kind of the pattern.
Yeah, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to come, and I don't know that this is the thing to do, folks.
I like that idea. Patricia, it is the Peas in a Pod. That's the 5x7, and P has just trimmed it out. So if you order this, you will have to just go around and cut it.
Cut around the edge.
Yeah. Oh, she's just meaning she's going to retire that particular one because it looks so beautiful. Like to, you know, like glue it down to something.
Yeah.
Becky says, my favorite part is when P puts globs of paint on the plate. Then she brayers it, turns it from blobs into a very nice even layer.
Oh, you're so sweet.
It's a skill. Oh, yes, and here, I'll put a link. Sorry, I should have done that earlier. It's kind of...
The reason I shoved some of that green in there is because I wanted to take out a little bit of that pink.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to be really careful here because I'm playing with wet paint, which really isn't the very best idea in the world. You should let that dry, but we don't have time for that today. We don't have time for lollygagging.
No,
We got to move along.
got 15 minutes, by the way.
Oh. All right, well, I still have to do my other stencil.
Oh, Carrie says maybe even cut it into decorative elements for the boxes.
Oh.
She likes that idea.
I do.
You could almost see the sparkles just come off of her brain.
I do. Because here's what I thought. I thought about going ahead and using paste, modeling paste. You know, as on the front pieces of the little boxes. Okay, I want you to really look at this because I think this is quite special.
Yeah. That was good. That's kind of what needed to happen on the... more light and fluffy. And less of the, you know...
Yes. Now, I'm coming back to this one because I think if I add some dark into here, I think this is going to be lovely. But I don't want it to be purple. So I'm going to go with the violet oxide and I'm going to mix in green. And I'm going to use both of these. There, I heard it click. Maybe that's kind of wonky.
Here, you want to learn something about horses?
Horses?
So, Christy said that she really kind of likes the smell of old, of horse poop, that it doesn't bother her. And then Lara was saying it's probably actually the horse's urine because it sticks more than the poop.
And you know, butterflies love horse urine.
Really?
They do. I've seen pictures of them where the horse just, you know, took a whiz and the butterflies are just all around it with their little wicker bick. You know, sucking it up.
There you go. That's something to add to a journal.
Yeah.
Butterflies on a puddle of pee. With a horse in the background. Tells a story. See? Yeah, we learn things.
Now see, I love these areas where it's kind of like
Yeah.
and you also know when to need to know when to quit
Yeah, you gotta know when to hold them.
and when to fold it.
When to walk away and when to run.
Yeah. All of the above.
Which one's the puddle stencil? Oh, you know what? We retired that one. That's no longer in the Water Babies.
Oh, really?
And Abby always said it looked... She said, you sent me a vajayjay. I said, yes, I did. It's beautiful, isn't it? I guess we can get it back in the shop. Somebody else was asking about that one. I can't remember exactly who. and I got an email about it.
Well,
I was supposed to follow
well
up
with
on
the
that.
frogs.
Now I just remember. But yeah,
I mean, it's not like you deleted it from...
We needed to kind of redo it so it was like in a better little set. Yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not in love with this one. I just don't know what to do. Oh, ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. Bumpy, bumpy.
Bumpy, bumpy. I've got this brown, and I don't know why. I can't find I never use it because it's poopy. But I can't find the darn stuff.
What is it?
Ah, here we are. That's some brown. That is
Yeah. It's brown.
chocolate brown. Ooh, did you see that?
Yeah, it's looking kind of...
Yeah, sometimes there's a reason this stuff's on sale. It's because
chocolate.
it's...
It actually looks, you know, like when you got melted chocolate and it's starting to dry. Mm-hmm.
Had a little purple on my palette knife there. God, yeah.
Oh, Lynn's very excited to see you paper mache the boxes. So y'all better do that.
Well, I will do it, but you know, I'm going to do a lot of it off camera simply because, I mean, for God's sake, who needs to watch people put paper on it? Surface.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, now, when I'm turning this over where that stencil is kind of dry, it's picking up more paint.
Oh, that was a good demonstration. Because we talk about that, but it's hard to say, you know, like, when
Okay,
it's
I
new.
can feel the back of the stencil because it's wet.
Yeah. Wait, it's... You gotta let it dry at this point.
Yeah. All right, we're going back to that one that, you know,
'Cause it's not-
I still don't like it, and it went all greeny on me.
Because it's not... The stencil is no longer really picking up anything nor putting down anything.
Yeah, it's just, and that's what, you can make it work when I push on the brayer really hard. That's why I'm doing that.
Uh-huh.
Good print's only one pull away. Look at that. Oh, I love that. Just get the rest of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Get into that wheelhouse there.
And simmer down, don't, you know.
All right, that was that brown with a bit of the dioxazine purple mixed in. And I can't tell you the ratios there.
Ooh, yes.
See, it's getting there. It's still not quite.
Well,
there.
you need one, you know, what you might need to do on Tuesday is come back and tweak these.
Oh, that would be a great thing to do.
Because you really need now to define some stuff. And,
Yes.
and Shadow Technique is all about building background, great, awesome, textury, fluffy
Yeah.
type situations.
Yeah.
Now you need to put something on the front of it that...
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, remember we discovered this? I can't remember when we did. It was a long time ago.
It was like last month or something.
Yeah. Where you can actually get this down on your, you know, you're killing two birds with one stone. And you know
Hey,
how I
Gretchen.
feel about wasting paint.
Yeah.
And my gosh, look at how good
I
this
love the bubbly business.
All right, I'm just going to leave that because right now I can grab another,
Mm-hmm.
I can grab my other plate over here. And I wanted to do,
You got 5 minutes.
seriously?
Yeah.
Well, I guess this is a good
Yeah.
dropping off point. I'll let that dry and oh. Oh, that's some more frog stuff. All right. Well, we need to go through all these prints.
Some more frog stuff.
More frog stuff.
Frogs coming out the wazoo. Love, love.
Love, love. Love, love. Sort of love.
I like
You know, I think what I need to do here, here's what I think. I need to make some opaque, sort of goldy color to go over this.
Or just gold.
Or just gold, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And I really, I love this so much. Just this around the edge there.
Mm-hmm.
Love this one. Look at those little,
Yes.
aren't those just perfect? I have no idea how to do
Now, I think what would be really cool over some of these would possibly be some of the aqueous.
Or taking that and pointing. You know, being very specific about coming in, mixing up your color ahead of time, doing a little
Some
pointing.
proper pointing.
Proper pointing. Just delicate.
I was
lovely.
just about to say delicate. Mm-hmm.
Now I think this would definitely, because see, it's starting to happen what I want to happen right there. Pointing with some lilac.
Yeah, the other thing you could do is, even if you could...
I'm listening.
flop. Yeah, I know. I'm just working it out in my little brain here. Flop off. Do you get some flop off with the stencil?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it would show up sort of like that. This would benefit from some.
I like that blue.
Pointing.
It's very pretty.
I know, but it's not. It's kind of out of my color range. And I love this too. This is where the white came in.
Well, you know, not all the drawers have to be the same. It's just...
That has yet to be
That I
determined.
love.
This is lovely. That's a good one.
That's awesome.
I think that's my
Mm-hmm.
favorite.
Oh, thank you, Darcy.
Oh no. There's some Mary Duck papers here. Now this needs yellow.
But yeah, the bubbly business on that is fantastic.
Isn't it? It really is quite nice.
Bye, Maya. Thank you. I love that one too. Some good bubbly business. That's fantastic. I mean, it looks like it's splashed up too.
I know, look at this.
Uh-huh. That was great. All right, guys, once again, thank you so much for hanging out with us here on a Sunday morning here in Texas. I know some of y'all, it's like late at night and having dinner and go to bed.
Yeah, but
Kinda business.
we appreciate.
We really do.
And we know you have choices about where you can be.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate that.
So, we will, well, Patricia P over here and Joshua will be back here on Tuesday. Do come, support, cheer Josh on, all that
Yeah,
business.
too, because I think that this is so good for his confidence, and you all have left such lovely compliments for him.
It makes him really happy.
It does, and he says he reads
Yes,
them, and he
so-
was almost kind of embarrassed that he was
Yeah.
told us that he was reading them, but yeah,
So
it's part
sweet.
of that teenager.
All right, yeah. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll be back on Tuesday. Bye.